Delphine, best seen. Some boxes are best left closed. Exterior house, night. The house stands as a towering silhouette against a peaceful night sky. It stands in silence and in darkness. Words fill center screen. There are places that haunt our memory, winding roads that stray from the path, old houses where the winter wind whistles through cracked glass and forgotten hallways, rooms that harbor our secrets, places so bleak that even God himself dare not enter. They are home only to the dark, a malign entity that is known by many names, Mauve l'Esprit in Old Creole, Lamia in ancient Macedonia, Du Rau in Romanian folklore, Kutsal Omayan in hills of Turkey, the Iblis. Ignorance and skepticism are the planes it flourishes on, and it seeps through the cracks until it lines the contours of a just man's soul and makes it unjust, an abomination. This is how it reaches out to the world. The words fade, and there's only the night. Interior house, downstairs hallway, night. The house is in darkness. A fuse is blown. A young girl, 14 or 15, makes her way along the downstairs hallway by use of torchlight. She comes to a doorway under the stairs and calls out to her father, who is in a room on the first floor.
I found it. Now what?
There are indications of a flashlight from upstairs as her father drags furniture about.
Open it and see if there's a fuse board in there. I thought I'd found it up here, but it was a medicine cabinet. Cough drops and liniment oil. Holiday home, my ass.
The girl opens the door and is met with a musty breeze. The space is small and filled with mops, brooms, and a bucket.
I can't see a fuse board. There's a terrible smell here, and a cold draft coming from somewhere. I wish Mom were here. She'd know what to do.
She's scanning her torch about when her father responds.
Thanks, sweetheart. She'll be here tomorrow, and I'd appreciate if you didn't tell her your old man couldn't find a circuit breaker. I may be losing my hair, but I'd like to keep my dignity if that's all possible.
Downstairs, the draft has developed into a quiet but constant breeze that blows with a dank chill. The girl notices a small hole in the wooden paneling of one wall. She runs her hand across it and feels a sharp, icy breeze on her fingers. She calls out to her father.
Dad, you need to come down here. There's a winter wonderland going on in this broom cupboard. We could end up with icicles hanging from us before the weekend is over.
She hears slow and defined footsteps on the stairs. They cause a sprinkle of dust to shower her hair. The temperature has dropped so sharply that her breath appears as a vapor now, and she rubs her arms to stay warm.
Jesus, you make enough noise, don't you?
She is blowing into her palms for respite when she is interrupted by the faint melody of a music box that is carried from beyond the wall paneling. She puts her ear to the opening and listens. The music tinkles sweetly, and she finds herself smiling. But the tune is diluted momentarily by a whisper that catches her quite unaware. It is a child's voice.
Delphine?
The girl staggers backwards so quickly that she bangs her head as she emerges out into the hallway. There is a dull thud on the final step of the stairs, and it's followed by the click of a shoe heel on the tiled floor.
Oh my God, there's someone in there.
There is a sound of feet shuffling in the dark, and for the first time, a figure begins to appear at the edge of the torchlight. The figure is tall and darkly dressed, shades of a black suit, but the details are still too vague. The girl is still investigating under the stairs as an arctic breeze swirls around her. She rubs her head and winces at the pain. She leans back in as the faint air of the music box still emanates from beyond.
Are you listening to me? Is there someone there?
She holds her arms tightly and she bobs up and down to retain any heat that's left. The rays from her torch get thrown about as she moves, and in the shadows, a terrible shape is taking form. As the figure finally reaches her, there is a shout of jubilation from upstairs.
Ah, I found it! Damn thing's in the back room. Must be at least 1,000 years old.
She is frozen in place. She wants to call out, but her fear won't allow for it. The shape is upon her now, and all she can hear is the rasp of its breath. She slowly raises the torch from the ground up. The shoes are caked in sludge. The suit is badly soiled, and the stench is unbearable. She turns the flashlight onto its face, and absolute terror overcomes her. The lights come on just as she screams. Her father comes bounding down the stairs in panic, but finds only the torch, still rolling slowly along the floor. She is gone. The silence is broken by the father frantically shouting out his daughter's name.